They say love conquers all. But what happens when love is tested by betrayal? I'm James Walker, a kid from New York who fell madly in love, built a life I thought would last forever, only to lose everything. My money, my business, and eventually, my wife. But here's the twist. After years of rebuilding myself from the ashes, after turning failure into success, she came back, asking me to forgive her. And that's where I need your advice. Should I forgive the woman I loved, even after she left me when I was at my lowest? I grew up in Queens, a middle-class family. Nothing too fancy, but enough to dream big. By the time I was 25, I was hustling in Manhattan, working days at a financial firm and nights trying to get my own business off the ground, a small e-commerce startup. But the best part of my life wasn't the grind. It was her. Her name was Sarah. We met at a bookstore cafe downtown, both reaching for the same copy of The Great Gatsby. We laughed, started talking, and before I knew it, I was buying her coffee, and she was buying me dinner the next night. She had this smile that lit up the room. Brown hair, sparkling green eyes, the kind of laugh that made strangers turn their heads. Sarah was everything. My best friend, my cheerleader, my partner in crime. We got married 2 years later, in a small ceremony in Central Park. I remember looking into her eyes as we said our vows and thinking, this is it. This is forever. The first 7 years of marriage. Pure magic. We lived in a small apartment in Brooklyn, saving for our dream home. Sarah worked in marketing, and I poured my heart into my startup. Money wasn't huge at first, but it was enough. We traveled, weekend getaways to Boston, summers at the Jersey Shore, even one big trip to Italy. Every night, we'd cook dinner together, then sit on our tiny balcony overlooking the streetlights of New York, drinking cheap wine and talking about the future. Those years felt like a dream, two young lovers building a life brick by brick. But dreams have a way of testing you. Around year 7, my business hit a wall. Competition grew, sales dropped, and my suppliers started pulling out. I had poured every dollar, every ounce of energy into making it work. I skipped vacations, worked 16-hour days, borrowed money I shouldn't have. Sarah tried to be supportive, at first. But I could see the shift. The woman who used to wait up for me with dinner started going to bed early, leaving my plate in the fridge. The conversations we had turned into arguments. "James, we can't live like this forever," she'd say. "I'm trying, Sarah. I just need more time." "You've been saying that for years." The bills piled up. Our savings evaporated. And slowly, so did our marriage. The night it all fell apart is still burned into my memory. I came home late, another failed investor meeting, and found Sarah sitting at the kitchen table, her face pale. She said we needed to talk. My stomach sank. "I can't do this anymore," she whispered. "I love you, but I can't keep living like we're one step away from losing everything." I reached for her hand. "We'll get through this. I promise." But she pulled away. And that's when she told me. There was someone else. A man from her office, successful, stable, everything I wasn't at that moment. She admitted she'd been seeing him for months. I felt like I couldn't breathe. The woman I built my life around, the woman who promised forever, had already replaced me. Within weeks, she was gone. She packed her things, moved out, and just like that, 7 years of love vanished. Those next months were hell. I lost my wife, I lost my business, and I almost lost myself. Depression hit hard. Some days I couldn't get out of bed. Friends stopped calling, and family didn't know what to say. I felt worthless, betrayed, alone. But somewhere in that darkness, a fire lit inside me. I remembered why I started my business in the first place. Not for money, not for status, but because I believed in it. Because I wanted to create something of my own. So I got back up. I downsized, moved into a smaller apartment, sold what little I had left, and rebuilt from scratch. I studied the market, adapted my product, cut costs, and hustled harder than ever. It wasn't overnight. Far from it. There were nights I went hungry, mornings I woke up doubting myself. But slowly, the business started to grow again. One sale, then 10, then 100. 2 years later, I had investors calling me. My company wasn't just surviving, it was thriving. And me? I was thriving too. I hit the gym, rebuilt my confidence, and for the first time in years, I felt alive again. Then, one day, out of the blue, I got a message. It was Sarah. "James, I heard about your success. I'm so proud of you. Can we meet?" My hands trembled as I read it. Part of me wanted to delete it, to erase her from my life forever. But another part, the part that still remembered late-night wine on the balcony, the laughter, the love, ached. We met at a cafe, the same kind of place where it all began. She looked the same, maybe a little older, but those green eyes still had that spark. She said she made a mistake. That leaving me was the biggest regret of her life. The man she left me for? It didn't last. She realized he didn't love her the way I did. Then she said the words I never thought I'd hear. "James, I want us back. I still love you." And that's where I stand today. Do I forgive her? Do I take back the woman who betrayed me when I was at my lowest, who left me for another man? Or do I close that chapter forever, knowing I built my strength, my success, my entire new life without her? I'll be honest, I don't know the answer. Because no matter how much pain she caused, a part of me still loves her. So I want to ask you, yes, you watching this right now, what would you do in my shoes? Would you forgive her, let love conquer betrayal, and give her another chance? Or would you protect your heart, knowing that true love shouldn't walk away when times get tough? Leave your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear every perspective. Because maybe my story isn't just mine. Maybe it's ours. If this story touched you, hit that like button. It really helps me know these stories matter. Subscribe for more real-life tales of love, loss, and resilience. And don't forget to hit the bell so you never miss one. This is James Walker, signing off. Remember, love is powerful, but trust is priceless.